What's up, Creepers and Keekers, Christy, Atari Creep? How is everyone doing tonight? I hope you can hear that. It doesn't look like we have anyone in here right now, but that's all right. I'm over here bored. What is it, 8 p.m. on a Friday night? Okay, so this says I am going live, and it says 3 people are watching on here. Interesting.
When you have people of different...
Interesting. Maybe it's just my dealio here. Cool. Alright, well, whatever's clever. Whatever's clever. So what's going on? Hey, Alex, Alan. What's up, guys? It's funny. It's not showing me that anyone's in here. Okay, there it is too. We have Deuce. Can you guys hear that? I don't want it to go too loud because it is 8 at night. My landlord's a night bird anyway, but their TV's like right below me. So yeah, I hope you guys can hear it. I'm going into my stage right or left or whatever it's called. It's a Blues Junior clone. Alright, let me close out my phone so I'm not confusing myself here. It's a Blues Junior clone, and I'm going into a analog delay. I forget what it's called. It's a cheap one that I learned from 60 Cycle Hum. He does that thing called the Afforder board, where he finds a bunch of cheap pedals. He finds a bunch of cheap pedals and, puts them all to work and sees how they do. And he did this whole shootout on affordable delay pedals. And yeah, I picked it. It was like $35. Alex says, how is the guitar working out? It's working out awesome. I intonated it just a little bit, but I don't want to do anything to the setup at all. In fact, I got a new set of nut files right here. But I just got like the little, you can't see it, the little needle ones. They're all on like a key ring. And I ordered something today, 2 somethings, and there was a third something I wanted to get along with this, but I'm going to wait until next paycheck. And once I have those 3 somethings, then this guitar is going to be exactly what I want it to be until I buy some electronics for it. I have no idea what I want to put in it. I definitely know I would like to have something like a jazz in the neck. Not necessarily an actual Seymour Duncan, but that vibe. And the bridge position I'm not going to say out loud, because I'm actually going to order a legit one or one that's like damn close. I'm not going for hot pickups, I'm going for appropriate pickups. I found out today that there was a 335 style guitar. You know, I'm turning that fucking light off. There, now it's nice and dark and more grainy. But at least I can see now. I found out that there's a version of the 335 that's kind of like a studio that came out in the late 70s and early 80s, but it has not velvet brick, it has dirty finger pickups in it. It sounds fantastic. I never thought dirty finger pickups are like really, really, really hot. And they're pretty much made for one thing. It's what thrash metal was built off of, I should say. And between that and the JB from Seymour Duncan, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, it's your classic humbucker, but do you have Porky's Atari 2600 game based on the... I don't anymore. I had it when I was in Arizona, and I think I did a video on it, actually. I'm pretty sure if you dig deep in my Atari 101 and whatever playlist, I might have done a video about Porky's, or at least pickup video about finding Porky's. But no, I don't think I have that one. I haven't really looked for the 20th Century Fox ones, because I don't really go out looking anymore. I kind of just like piecemeal it. I'm like, ooh, I'd like to have that for the collection, and I find the best deal of it online, and I just go that route. I don't have the time or the money to go from thrift store to thrift store, yard sale to yard sale every weekend, you know, just... In fact, I don't think I touched a single yard sale this past year. But I do think I found a Coco game, a carnival game for the Coco computer. The Tandy color. At a thrift store for like $3. I picked it up. Do you have any of the adult... No. I don't even have, what would you call it? Reproductions of them. The adult ones, anyway. It never really... I don't know. I always looked at those as if they ever come across my path and it was meant to be, then it will happen. But even before the prices skyrocketed, a la the infamous Video Game Nerds video. I never looked for them. They just never really appealed to me. I mean, sure, would I like to have them for the collection? Of course. So I can say I have them. I remember my brother Rob having that game. Well, one of them, Custer's Revenge, I think. He had one of them. It may not have even been for our Atari, because I remember there was a big deal about it in the house. Rob fucked everything up for us. It's my understanding that he back when you leased VCRs, if you didn't have a lot of means, or you got them, monthly payment on your Sears card or something. My brother fucked that up by renting Faces of Death. My father was a minister, for fuck's sake. Wow. I absolutely hate these fucking tuners, though. I have on hold right now a set of fucking tuners that the prices are right, and they lock, and they have an aesthetic that I fucking love, and I can't wait to get them on here. And if I, cross my P's and Q's and looked at everything properly, there'll be a direct mount. I have them saved in my, whatever, wish list on the particular site in which that it is on. But that is not code for anyone to get me tuners, because I want these ones very specifically, so. But yes, I am doing locking tuners, and they're going to fucking rule. I'm going to try to use this nut for as long as I can. I will eventually get a Graphtec or something like that. I have a Graphtec nut from a Yamaha that's over there. I got to get that going. I don't know if I ever said anything in another video about that, but the wiring's backwards. It's almost like someone took the 5-way switch and reversed it, which in my opinion kind of makes sense. You know, but it is what it is, and I keep forgetting that. I go to plug it in, you know, really chug in on it, but and then also you'll hear is that single coil in the neck position. That's the neck pickup all the way up. But yeah, nothing's going on in the chat, huh? I can't be the only one saying things. I mean, I guess I'm the only one with the microphone, but I don't have 2 turntables, though. So what's been on everyone's mind as far as gaming is concerned? Let's see. One of the Atari, it's called Beat 'em and Eat 'em. Yes. It is a fun paddle game. It's so rude. I love it. If I were to own any of them, I think it would be that one. Actually. And I would play it. Oh, man. Just got the Pac-Man World. Repack on Switch. Nice. Ooh. I have my glasses. So I'll be able to read these a lot better. Nice. World Repack on Switch. My buddy Mr. Paku, I think, is all over that. And he's been playing a lot of Pac-Man Champion or World Champion or whatever that's called on his channel. You should look him up. He's a good dude. He hasn't really been posting a lot lately. I mean, he had a tragedy. He lost his wife to COVID, so he kind of put a few things on the back burner. But I think he's slowly getting back into it, and I would like to see him get some love. So later on, if I remember, I'll put his link down below. But if you just look up Mr. Paku, I'm sure you'll find him. I haven't even eaten supper yet. Is there anything going on in the gaming world right now anyway? Retro-wise? I saw Atari has that new game coming out. What was it called? It was a fast-paced, turn-based kind of fucking thing, which I will never play in a million years. Oh, let me go back to my email from this morning. Or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. Shows you how not to the ground my ear is. Yeah, it looks like it was yesterday. Something grunts, I think. Okay. Yep, there it is. Hold on. Moon-based with hostile aliens. Send in the grunts. It's a turn-based feature thing. Wouldn't it be nice if I set up these streams where I could put this shit on screen and you guys could be like, ooh, I can see that. That's a neck pickup. I'm not going to go to the bridge pickup unless I'm really feeling it. Sorry, I was driving. Oh, that's cool, Alex. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Beat 'em and eat 'em. It's like Kaboom on steroids, sort of. Yeah, you could say that. That's one way to describe it. Oh, speaking of descriptions. See this box here? This purple fucking weirdo thing? You know what that is. It's a QR code. It's a QR code. My lady told me I could do that and showed me the way of the QRs. Look at that thing. That brings you directly to my Alzheimer's Association account. So if anyone's watching this after the fact or watching it now and has said, shucks, I haven't donated to his walk to end Alzheimer's, and it's almost here. October. It's going to be coming in October this year. I believe the 16th. Coincidentally, it's the same night I'm going to see Judas Priest. And Queensryche is opening up for him. But, yeah, QR code. There we go. Now it looks like I'm actually pointing at it, sort of. QR code. Try it. Let me know how it works, please. Let's get some traffic over there. I got something that has to go in the mail either tomorrow or Monday. Can't wait till you find out. But it's all about that purple. That's an old dime bag trick. Hold on, that's... You know, something like that, and he's like... I hate the tuners on my black guitar. The 2x4 setup stinks. I want locking tuners too. Yeah, do get them. I mean, that's kind of a hard configuration to find a set, but... No, you know what you do? You get a 3... Yeah, you get a 3x3 set. No, that wouldn't work either. Yes, it would. And you're only going to, be out 2 tuners. So you get the 3x3. You put the 2 that are underneath. You put the third one away. And then you put the 3 on the top. And, you're like, okay, well, what about the low E string? Get a hip shot. That one you'd have to completely wind up. But you know what a hip shot is, right? You put it right here on the end of the heads. It'll be the low E. It's a little thing here. You just flip it and put your string right in D. Instantly. So you'd be like, oh, I'm in D now. I can play stuff like, this is the end, I forget how to play it, but that's it, man. Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet. No. I mean, I know I just played a little bit of Dimebag solo, but I don't want to play anything that's out there, I just got a message. I told the ladies when you're on your way home to text me. I didn't plan on streaming for too long tonight. All right, hold on. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. Looks like my town is winning. My high school alma mater. Were you ever an NES guy? Yes, I had one. I didn't geek out over it like everyone else did. My buddy, he ended up with 2. His mom bought one, and I think his grandfather bought one. And we used to go to his house and play, and that's where I got my NES fix from. And he's the one who would rent all the games, and we would go over there. And then one day he got that second one, so he brought the old one that he had already had to my house. And I went out and got a couple of used games and would rent them myself. So I had it, but even though I had the NES, I still played my Atari, so they were both right there at all times. Excuse me. You mother. So I played it, but I never geeked out on it. There were games I liked. And, my mom confiscated my NES because she bought herself a copy of Dr. Mario. We did a video about it. But no, I was never, I wasn't excited when Super Nintendo came out or anything. I was already a Sega guy at that point. I felt my transition from Atari to Sega was a lot more natural than my thank you, Alex, thank you. Hey, what's up, Spider Rico, bud? My transition from Atari to Sega was a lot more impactful on me as far as my gaming goes than having the NES and my, well, it was Atari games, but my Atari 2600. So that's a great question, and if I can download this, I might actually chop this section out and make my own, make a little video about it. So no, I was never like an NES guy, and I puke on Nintendo a lot, and I do it half-heartedly. I mean, there's some truth within the jest. I pick on them because they are the top dog, and I don't like the top dog, and the compulsion for the fandom to excessively spend because of it. It's like, how many times can you buy Super fucking Mario, you know? I mean, I get this gold thing right above my shoulder here. That thing was like $45, and all it does is really play Mario and, you know, a couple other things I don't even remember. It hasn't really left this spot since my review of it. But, no, the NES wasn't really... I'm nostalgic for it, but the collectability of NES and the overshadowing of a lot of things because of the NES kind of soured the taste in my mouth while I was collecting too. And if you go through these videos, I did collect NES. I just didn't go out looking for them. I looked for the stuff that I wanted to play, the Sega and the Atari and the ColecoVision. I played a lot of ColecoVision, both on the Coleco and the Atom system, using the cassette deck. I think it was Buck Rogers or something like that. I can't remember exactly which game it was, but it was your Zaxxon style game, you know. I played the hell out of that. And even though I had the Nintendo, I would get more excited about an Atari game that I didn't have that maybe my friend did still. Or, you know, again, playing Zaxxon and all that stuff. So, as far as being an NES guy, I'm sure I've said that like 12 times now. No, yeah, I was never really an NES guy. I was never a Nintendo guy. Actually, I hated when they stopped calling video games Atari and started calling all video games Nintendo. Fuck, there was a movie made about them, and they took over the world, man. But you know what? God bless Nintendo, because... And thank you, Atari, for fucking up that deal. You know what I mean? And they were gonna squelch on it anyway. You know, bring in the NES or the Famicom at the time to the States and market it for us. That's Nintendo wanted Atari to do that. And something to do with Coleco playing Donkey Kong on the new Atom system, and Atari saw that and was like, whoa, we have the rights to be the only ones to play it, and Nintendo, whatever. Nintendo probably wouldn't have brought back the industry. Maybe gaming would have come back at eventually, but if it wasn't for Nintendo, we probably wouldn't fucking be right here now talking about, am I an NES guy? But will it break my heart if I never own another NES? No. I can find 100 other ways to play those games, so... If NES falls in my lap, like a family friend or something's like, oh, hey, I still have this. I know you do the gaming stuff. Cool, I'll take it home. I'll probably play it, and then eventually I'll trade it in for something that I'm actually, you know, and it'll benefit me anyway, because they're value and collectability on the market. But no, I am not. That was a great question, and I really enjoyed answering it. So, I don't know if you guys collect, but a part of my minifig obsession, the Kinder Eggs come out with a Halloween thing every year. I was disappointed with last year's. Those are actually here above me. I only have a couple of them, so I don't give a shit about them. But the year before is actually on the shelf, the very top of the shelf, the 8 of them. And I got this year's started anyway. I bought 5 and only ended up with one double. So these are pretty cool if you really like it. Like I said, there's always 8. I think some of these glow in the dark, if not all of them. It only looks like to me that 2 I have glow, but who knows? They probably all do. So I've been collecting those. I got a new other figure from an independent toy maker. and he sent me a whole bunch of extras with some cool stuff. But let's see, he was Devil's Weed Crafting. So look for Devil's Weed Crafting on Instagram. And he has I think it was a big cartel shop. How's the Atari VCS project going? It's gone. Actually, no, it's boxed up and right there. And I was talking about that earlier. That's going to have to go into the mail tomorrow morning. Or the day after. Or Monday, rather. So, do you have Japanese version of the Super Mario Bros. 2? The real sequel? I don't have any version of Super Mario Bros. 2. In physical form, anyway. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm okay with that. I'm scraping something off of here. I don't know if it's just a new flaw I found or something, like in the finish. Because I didn't find many flaws in the finish, which was very surprising. A couple of places where they didn't mask the binding the best, but that's the shit that gives these character, you know? Did you build it? Yeah, dude, I built it one night, all in one stream, and then I deleted the stream and was like, fuck it, no one will ever see that again. No, I'm just kidding, Ross. It's right there. I'm trying to figure out how to put that into my new kind of thing that I'm going to be doing. No, you didn't miss it. I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't help myself. No, I haven't even opened it yet. I'm looking at it. It's not a normal thing for me. Plus, I'm trying to get ready for this art show. I spent all day working on one piece. And if you follow me on Instagram as the Millie Macabre, or on Facebook as Millie Macabre, or even as just me, you've seen bits and pieces of this thing. I took an electric light bulb that's supposed to go into a regular socket, broke it down to a 2-battery setup, put it into a lantern, and now that's attached to a coffin panel that has skeletons and there's flowers on it. Some are metal, well, made to look metal, and others are made to look like black and red carnations. And some of them you can feel petals, and the other ones they're casted in something. So it's got all this different textures going around. This is a stone I made for it today. It's going to go on the top. It's made out of just green garden foam. Simple crap. The E is bugging me, all that white there. But, yeah, that's that. It's poo. Are you going to go back to corn maze again this year? That was great, Creepy Crawl. We are. We always go. I don't know if I'll do another video on it. Oh, we got another text message. Make that Melrose 39. All right. Looks like we're winning. Looks like we're beating Malden, Massachusetts. Which I think is mentioned in a couple Stephen King books, but that's the adjacent town just south of where I live. For all those people who like the docs and think I give a shit. I love this guitar. I really do. I can't wait until I have it in its final form. It's going to be fucking groovy. Literally, it's going to be groovy. But I'm going to dig into some old school ideas, and I'm going to give this thing a groovy vintage vibe with some modern twists like the locking tuners. I'm definitely putting a Bigsby style on this fucker, which may or may not be in the mail with a roller bridge as we speak. And those are the two things I wanted. And the tuners are the things I'm going to wait until next week. But yeah, here in about, I don't know, mid-October, this thing should be, maybe even sooner than that. And maybe she'll get a name. Maybe she'll get a name then. I hope she's got a lot of fucking attitude. I really do. I want her to. Make a video in the cemetery you're always in. Okay. I will. With what? I need to build the Ecto 1 and the NES logo. still need to build the Ecto one and the NES logo. You talking about separate pieces or together? Make a video in the cemetery sooner, I hope. Don't worry about it, Alex. I learned to play stuff like that because of John Carpenter. But make a video in that cemetery you're always in. Trying to think if we were talking about a specific topic. Oh, you're just asking me in general. Okay. My wife would kill me if I tried to build both and took over the dining room table. That's where I am. Yay! Yay! I thought, for some reason, I thought it originally said that I want to turn an Ecto 1 into an NES. Which I do plan on doing gaming projects here in the very near future. It's going to be another little series. I have like 4 or 5 things that are going to rotate along with these streamings. And if anyone wants to commission anything, if you sign a thing saying that I'm not liable in case I fuck it up, which will happen eventually, but I might do viewer requests, you know? And if it's your stuff, then obviously it'll go back to you. But if it's something that I can manage to, put together myself, it'll go in my Etsy shop and you'll have the opportunity to buy it afterwards. And honestly, depending on how much of a pain in the ass the thing was to make, or how attached I get to it, will dictate how much I ask for it. Because if I'm attached to something, you're going to really have to tickle my nuts to get it out of my hands. And that's why I chose the Necronomicon console to auction off for Rich, because I didn't want to get rid of that. And if I just sold something cheap, I could have gotten him a few bucks. It still only got $250, which is what I anticipated. That's what I was asking for out of the deal, and got it to him. But I felt, for me personally, it was a little more impactful. I did that specifically for a very selfish reason. That it was going to be more impactful than if I just sold a whole bunch of stuff, I wanted to be a little bit more meaningful in it. So I said, you know what? This is something I don't do anything with. I bet you people would pay $250 for it. I'm going to just sell this fucking thing. So, I did the Hasbro Pulse portion pack. I don't know what that is, but if it's like what I'm doing with, I have the Knight Rider kit car that's coming to me. It's a 1/6 scale thing. And I have, I think, the first 6 episodes, or what do you call them if they're a magazine issue? I guess, I don't know. Subscription issues. And I got to fit that in. So I'm going to be coming up with almost like how like TV does it with the slots and the times and all that. Because we're going to have some gaming stuff, movie commentaries. The Lego thing is going to be kind of a side project, which won't fit into a normal schedule, but I will pop it in. Like, if I do them, I will record like 3 or 4 episodes first, and then be like, schedule them like every Tuesday or whatever the fuck, I might get a little more serious with how I do all this. I just need to calm everything down first. Like, the art show will be done soon, the walk will be done soon. But I'm actually working on things. I may try to get some equipment. We'll see. That's all after the new year and all that stuff. But I'm going to start taking this a little bit more serious and a little bit more scheduled. So we'll have the Lego, we'll have projects that'll be gaming related. Not so much guitar stuff unless it's live. And the Amelia Macabre will continue as well. So maybe, those can go under, the gaming mods and all that crap. And if I do anything like turn Ecto 1 into like an NES or whatever, I won't use an actual console. I'll just get one of those HDMI plug and play fucking things that, not plug and play, but you know what I'm talking about. The console on a chip or whatever. That way the cost isn't astronomical if I fuck it all up. And we need to talk about E.T., the game. Maybe I'll just do a separate video about that. That's something I was hoping to have a little bit more out by now. And I've mentioned it in a couple of other streams that I have to be perfectly honest with you, I just don't get it. It's not happening right now. It's still on the burner. I still have my my grid book or whatever you call that kind of notebook and my idea sketches and all kinds of stuff. And I have X amount of this and X amount of that, and I only have so many, I'm just not getting the software. Plus it's on another laptop. It's on the one that I couldn't stream with. And I'm going to keep it on there with an external hard drive to keep it separate. In fact, I have a little bag I'm going to be putting that laptop in. And if I have some time, I'm going to take it with me like to Dunkin' Donuts. Because who likes stars, you know what I mean? So I really need to start watching their videos and really learning this. I can't get it. And if someone were to be here to be like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I do it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. I'm just not understanding it. But we'll get there. And I never said it was going to be a quick thing. I may have projected when I'd like to have it done, but if it takes me 10 years, it takes me 10 years. You always find a way to play NES, and I'm going to put it on real cartridges. And yes, the first however many will be special alzheimers. Hey, look at that QR code. That brings you right to my account where you can donate. Will be special purple carts for alzheimers. All proceeds, everything above the cost of everything, all the profit will go to that. And I'll try to do a special package for it. And, we have our friend who does some sleeves that we will be doing stuff like that with. I have a buddy of mine named Jay who owns a game shop in Lynn, Massachusetts. It's called Second Chance Games or something like that. And I've wanted to do a retro mystery box with him. He has a hard time selling Atari, Coleco, and that kind of stuff. As does a lot of shops. So I've talked with him a few times about doing like a mystery box. I've given him like $50 a month or something like that. And then filming in his shop, opening it, Give him an idea of what's going on here, because obviously he doesn't know how much I like whatever. He just knows I'm more of an Atari guy than anything else. But he has his stuff all over the place, and I'd like to give him a hand that way, and maybe encourage him to put this stuff online, and maybe I could send you guys there. Maybe he could be a sponsor or something. That'd be wonderful, actually. And maybe that'll kickstart something for him too. But since he has all this stuff around him, like, as long as I give him, what I already have and all that stuff, maybe he could come up with some really cool packages for us to open up and be really fun. So I do have lots of really cool stuff planned. Do you ever find out how many packs to that kit car? I may have, but no, I don't remember offhand. I did the Hasbro Pulse. Okay, we already did that. Alan Retracted. Hey, Mr. Postal, what's up, bud? ColecoVision is making E.T. for the ColecoVision, and it looks great so far. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Okay, hold on. Is that the final? Let's see. Did Melrose win? Yep, Melrose 46, Malden 26. Malden must be really bad this year because we didn't show any promise last week when we played this town called Reading. They walked all over us like we weren't even fucking moving. Holy shit, do they have a quarterback. They got a kid with an arm. Next Brady right there, for real. I wish I had a ColecoVision. Never owned one. I got a kid I went to high school with. He's the one that gave me this huge box of DVDs. I did a video on that a long time ago. And he keeps telling me, yeah, I got a ColecoVision, and I just keep needing to bring it to you. You know, I'm offering money, and even his friend hooks me up with some of his childhood stuff that he finds at his parents' place because he's selling it, moving to wherever the fuck. I got a lot of master stuff from him. And even he's like, dude, just, give it to him. So maybe I'll inquire about it, because I've always wanted to do a Coleco thing, too. My last one died, and then, again, I purged a lot of things because I don't have the space anymore. So we'll be talking about ColecoVision hopefully soon enough, because it was a system that I did grow up playing quite a bit, though I didn't own it. So we had a couple of houses. We had my house, which had the Nintendo and the Atari, and then eventually the Genesis. My buddy Gerbil, I won't say his real name, and if he ever watches this stuff, we used to call him that and bugged him. He had the buck teeth, all right? And we used to pick on him. But we called him Gerbil, and he didn't like it, but I don't want to say his real name. He had the Master System, a couple of Ataris, the Coleco, and a separate Atom that was all itself, because you could get one that attached to a Coleco. So I did a lot of Master System and Atari playing and Coleco stuff there. And then I had my friend Tammy, whose brothers had the Intellivision under lock and key. They were older than us. They shared a bedroom and had a little setup in there with all the games. And they had tons of games, but Melrose whooped their ass. Yeah, I know, dude. We haven't had a really good team in like 4 or 5 years. Well, exclude the pandemic. Now it'd be like longer than that. I mean, we've gone down to Foxborough and played a couple of times and won one of the Super Bowls. 2017, I think that was, and the year before too. No, we just played the year before in Foxborough. We didn't win. The next year we won, but either way. Hey, Bacon, what's up, brother? What's up, Richard Haywood of the Bacon Ice Cream Productions? What's going on, my bud? Let's see. I wish I had a ColecoVision, their own. Okay, we got to make that happen for you, there, my man. Let me talk to my buddy. Let me talk to my buddy and see what he has by ways of that. So we are going to be talking about the game a little bit more thoroughly here soon. And like I said, we got the Lego Atari, we got Millie Macabre coming back, and it's going to be a lot of like gaming stuff. I think the first thing we're going to do is I have an Xbox controller over there I got for $1.99 or $2.99. That whenever I hit the little button, the light comes on. I did charge it, but I got a new thumbstick kit for it because one of them was popped off or whatever. So we'll be doing that, but I'll be obviously painting the fucking face of the thing. Why wouldn't I? And maybe I'll put that, because I got that for the Atari VCS that Rich originally sent me to get going. And I need to finish that and get that out back to him. But I originally bought it for that, and I don't need it now because I have an actual VCS. And no, I don't think anyone's going to play any of the games with me. Looking at the controller, that would just fuck with them. So I'm just gonna make it look cool, make sure it works, and then call it good from there. And I am also going to, if you're on Facebook, what, fuck it, here, there's 6 people in here. If you're on Facebook, follow the Atari Creep Facebook channel, or Facebook group, or page, or whatever it is. Because if I can, I'm restricted right now, I think. If I can, I'm going to do a bunch of live auctions over there. If not, I'm going to start putting a bunch of stuff up on Etsy. I really need to get that going because, guys, for real, I need a fucking car. The winter's coming up and the scooters is not going to cut it in fucking below zero weather. So, I have a couple of vans and one, believe it or not, this one Volvo wagon that has a little bit of, a little bit of rot over by the, when you open the door there, the fucking panel there, the rocker panel, which I could fucking fix, but it's reliable as hell, and if I wanted to, I could drop a 302 drivetrain into it, no problem. It would just, I think you got to adjust the bounce a little bit, but, so I got to get on that. So if you're on Facebook, more than likely I will try to do it through there. If not, it's just going to go up on my Etsy, and I'll just post it everywhere. Hey, if you want this my Bentley fucking prawn unit. That's going up there, my boxed Bentley. It's complete 100%. I was the one who first used it. I bought it from that lady, and I opened the bags, and I fucking checked it out. So that's one of the items that's going to go up there. Some of my other stuff. Some of my personal art that's game-related is definitely going to go up there. And, yeah, so we're going to have that coming, too. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. QR code. That brings you directly to my Alzheimer's Association official page through them. If you do not donate using that page, I don't see a dime of it. It goes directly to the Alzheimer's Association. So if you're fairly new here and you don't know, I do try to raise money every year. The walk is usually at the end of September, around the 27th-ish. This year they're doing it somewhere early, mid-October. The same night I'm going to see Judas Priest. Yeah! And, yeah. And I raise those funds in honor of my father. I think the actual thumbnail that I usually use is still here. Yeah, let me take this down. That's the original one I used to use. Now I'm going to use this from now on, so you can all scan it. I don't know how QR codes work sometimes. Like I've used them for menus and stuff, so I know how they work that way. So, but I did this in case you're watching on your phone. I don't know if your phone will detect it and automatically do it. I was kind of doing it for like a scummy thing like that, so it would keep opening, and you'd be like, "Fuck it, here's a buck." There's a method to my madness sometimes when it comes to the Alzheimer's Association. So that's it, guys. I'm going to let you go. I need to make something to eat. The girls will be home from the game soon, and I really got to put this away and clean up my mess from today's work of art that or artwork. It's not a work of art yet. Yeah, I've been working on art for my game, for my show that's coming up. Oh my fuck, I got too much shit happening. I fucking hate that. I like sitting here and just fucking twiddling my diddle, I spent over $3,000 in 2019 to get an entire body done on my Jeep. But these New England winters are murder. They really are. Considering that's the only place this thing has rot, I had to buy a new muffler yesterday for $400. Ooh. Do you have like a little buzz box to tack it in yourself? I guess not. Jeez, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Mr. Postal, good night, my friend. Good night, everybody. I really appreciate everyone who's come in and everybody who's lurking in the background and not talking. That's fine. I'm sure it's some shit talkers in there somewhere. I wish they would have engaged because we needed some topics. We needed some topics, but I think we covered some good stuff tonight. And I love peas. And give me an excuse to play with this sexy bitch. So guys, I hope you have a great night. I'm back to work tomorrow. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.